We'll say it right here, right now. This is the best Windows laptop to get instead of a MacBook Air. This is the Asus Zenbook S13 OLED, and right off the bat, you might be thinking that, well, that's nothing new. Indeed, Asus is using the exact same name as before, and this is simply a new revision, the UX 5304 model to be exact. But trust us, the name might be the same, but nothing about this laptop is the same. A brand new design, a gorgeous OLED display, great performance, great battery life, amazing keyboard, and the list goes on and on. Needless to say, we are pretty excited. Now, there is nothing fancy about the exterior packaging as usual. Everyone is going green, so expect more and more companies to just simply give you recyclable packaging in the form of brown cardboard. Inside, however, you get the fancier packaging for the laptop itself. The 65-watt Type-C adapter is just right beside that, and you do also get a laptop sleeve. Now, that's nice and all, but here's where it gets really nice. This is one beautiful looking laptop. We really can't say much else about it. The design is seriously striking and just downright amazing. We can say with almost utmost certainty that this might just be the most beautiful looking laptop in 2023. What immediately stands out is the design and the texture of the lid. First of all, you get that huge arrowhead-like design that Asus is using for most of their laptops moving forward. But coupled with that, how it integrates with the design of the lid and the use of silver accent, the entire lid feels like a ceramic tile that you will find in a modern kitchen. As far as we know, no one has really ever done something like this, and this is incredible. Not only does it look good, but it feels really good. Now, that design translates to the main chassis itself. Asus is taking some cues from Apple here, so you'll find that the keyboard deck is of a different anodized color from that of the main silver chassis. We don't really know what it is about this design, but it really just looks great and complements really well with the entire design of this laptop. Which, by the way, the typing experience here is fantastic. The keycaps are nice and large, which helps with accuracy, but in addition to that, the keystrokes themselves have a good travel distance and bottom-out feel. The touchpad is also nice and large, and this might be a surprising point to talk about, but the left and right clicks do actually feel great. Asus really focused on the details with its Zenbook S13 OLED, and it shows. The port selection is yet another point which boggled our mind. Despite the thin form factor and the light weight, Asus has managed not just two Type-C Thunderbolt 4 and the 3.5mm headphone mic combo jack, but it's also including a full-size HDMI 2.1 and a Type-A USB 3.2 Gen 2 port. I mean, just look at it. The height of the Type-A port is practically almost the Z height of the chassis. It's incredible. We then get to perhaps the best part, that OLED display. Asus is probably the only company right now trying to equip as many of the laptops with OLED, and we are all for it. For those of you interested in the specs of this OLED panel, here they are on the screen. Now true, burn-in is still an issue to think about, but Asus has already kind of implemented many ways to mitigate that as much as possible. Now in 2023, you'll take OLED any other day, simply because it's that great. Watching your favorite shows gets that much nicer, and even just general browsing is a little bit more awesome. Speaking of which, you can also actually play Valorant here with little to no issues at all. And not only are you going to get really great frame rates, the color is going to be better, the response time of OLED is just downright amazing. It's just an overall better gaming experience compared to a non-OLED panel. But of course, it's not perfect. We did wish that, or rather we still wish that Asus had provided a 90Hz panel instead of just 60Hz, but for what this laptop is supposed to be, 60Hz isn't the end of the world. At this point, we are just talking great things about this laptop, but seriously, it's that good. We love this laptop. Battery life is of no issues either. Easily over 10 hours of battery life in a real-world usage scenario. The webcam is also better than average, able to dish out a 1080p image, and the mic quality isn't that bad either. And honestly, even the speakers are pretty great, especially for this form factor. It's not going to blow your mind, but it's better than average for what this is. Lastly, we have performance, and this sports the Core i7-1355U, 16 gigs of DDR5 RAM and 1TB PCIe 4.0 SSD. Again, it's simply great. You have no issues with multiple tabs open in your browser of choice, transferring of files, working on documents and all of that. It's going to be a smooth and responsive experience, and you can even do a little bit of light gaming on this. As mentioned, Valorant is fully playable and runs like a champ with no issues at all. You can even get a little bit competitive per se. But you can also run a more demanding game like Genshin Impact at 1080p medium settings and enjoy it absolutely no problem at all. At the end of the day, this is one fantastic laptop that has surprised us with not just great performance and a beautiful display, but it ties all that in with this great chassis that's really stunning to look at. This, the Asus Zenbook S13 OLED, is honestly the direct competitor to the Apple MacBook Air with M2. It is that good. Now, we're unsure of pricing and availability just yet at the time of filming this, so all that info will be in the description or pinned comment down below. But seriously, we're just going to say this again. If you want all the great things about a MacBook Air with M2, but you would rather use Windows instead and also enjoy a better selection of ports, seriously, consider this. It is that good. If you have any questions, leave them down below and be sure to like this video and subscribe to us for more of such content. Do follow us on all our other social channels for the latest updates, and we'll be sure to catch you in the next one. In the meantime, see ya!